This is Bob Dwyer with the Carbon Monoxide Safety Association with the Carbon Monoxide News Weekly Recap for the week of April 27th through May 3rd, 2020. Preventing carbon monoxide poisoning in a community. This presentation will include a look at the multifaceted workplace carbon monoxide incident and how we can be better prepared by being alert and measuring carbon monoxide. Last week, with the help of our CO archives and recent CO Newslinks posts, we discussed nursing homes, senior facilities, and other group centers. They continue to be centered in news reports regarding COVID-19 deaths. These facilities often get to the CO News page too often. This following news story is an example of that. 4 nursing home residents hospitalized after ceiling collapses from the Observer Reporter. Well, this is something that the last thing we should expect to see coming out of a nursing home. According to the report, the inspection afterwards found that the facility did not have documentation of monthly testing of carbon monoxide alarms, fire alarms. It also failed to maintain the sprinkler system with corroded sprinkler heads. Now, there's been numerous incidences reported on the carbon monoxide news page about nursing homes and facilities having incidences regarding carbon monoxide and fire safety, and evacuations of 30, 40, 50, 80 people should not have to happen. We need to take better care of these facilities and the people in them. And on the other side, from the Colorado Sun, a bulky furnace and a dystopian novel help put the coronavirus shutdown into perspective. Why didn't my carbon monoxide alarm go off? It's an interesting story, it's an interesting read, and why didn't the carbon monoxide alarm go off? Some people never get to ask this question. From WSVN 7 News, out of Florida, eager to get back to work at a bakery, one of the employees got the oven going, forgot to turn on the exhaust fan. Carbon monoxide got into the facility. Another one out of Scotland, Glasgow Times, flats evacuated after suspected gas leak. Residential buildings are side by side. Every unit should have at least one low-level carbon monoxide monitor. You don't know where that CO is coming from. You better get an early warning on those buildings that are built right next to each other. And unfortunately, out of central Iowa, with all the COVID-19 deaths, Sheriff, 3 dead in central Iowa, likely died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Well, you know, unfortunately, many travel trailers have multiple combustion gas sources. Low-level detection is vital in these situations. Another situation, sign of the times, some people squatting or living above a garage. They're exposed to carbon monoxide. They're still recovering, but expected to recover, the police say. From Fox 28, out of Reynoldsburg, Ohio, 1 adult and 1 child injured in carbon monoxide incident. Well, there wasn't a lot of information on this story. We'll keep looking for the updates, and often there are not any follow-up stories posted on these incidences. And oftentimes, the stories are not posted at all. Here's another one, Waterford Live, carbon monoxide scare as the firefighters find terrifying boiler blockage. Now, there's an interesting picture in this. I suggest you take a look at that. And that's a really good reason to have our combustion systems, our boilers, our exhaust systems inspected, if not once a year, sometimes twice a year. And here's a couple stories where the alarms sound off and they motivate people. Smoke detectors alerted the residents of the home and they were able to get out of Norfolk, WTKR.com. And another one, yourcentralvalley.com. Alarm helps with the rescue. Family escapes early morning house fire that caused extensive damage throughout. Residents in the home were able to escape the blaze after they were alerted by their smoke detectors. Good reason to have those devices. We've been saying this in a lot of our presentations from KEYT. A resident extinguishes a fire in his own home caused by his dryer. Well, where's your fire extinguisher? We've been saying this a lot, asking this a lot. It may come in handy. And what about your clothes dryer? Well, gas or electric? Lint buildup. A lot of fires around the world caused by this lint buildup. So let's get those things cleaned out. Let's find that fire extinguisher. Let's make sure it's working. And another story from KWQC TV6, Rock Island Fire Department reminds residents of extension cord dangers. A lot of people put extension cords together. According to the fire department, it's a huge, huge fire hazard. Oftentimes around Christmas time when we're trying to get extra length for our Christmas trees and other lit up decorations. But it's a real hazard, and let's be careful. And let's have smoke detectors. Let's have low-level carbon monoxide monitors. From News 3LV, out of Las Vegas, 2 local cooking fires reported in one day. Cooking fires have increased in Las Vegas since people have been confined to their homes, says the Las Vegas Fire Department. This is not only occurring in Las Vegas, but everywhere around the world. Let's be careful when we're cooking, not just because we're at home now, but all the time. Another one, News 3LV, combustion, the rapid oxidation of a fuel. Elderly man critically injured in Las Vegas apartment fire. Fire spokesman says it's never safe to smoke when medical oxygen is in a home, as the oxygen can enrich clothing, skin, or hair, which could then burn rapidly. Combustion is the rapid oxidation of a fuel, and oxygen, pure oxygen, will burn. Well, and here's a really frightening situation. KSBY, San Luis Obispo News, firefighters respond to smoldering propane tank. Well, there's a video I've posted that I found on YouTube, just searched in Bleve, B-L-E-V-E, and it's about propane tanks and when they get hot. And so I would highly recommend, if you haven't seen that video, search it right now. Go ahead, look for it, get off this video that you're watching now and watch that one. It's vitally important. Or you can find it on our CO News website. I've got it posted there as a link. But please take a look at that video. This could save your life. And just south of Moscow in Russia, a family of 4 was poisoned by carbon monoxide. This is a world event, not just COVID-19. Carbon monoxide poisoning is occurring, has been occurring, and it will be occurring again. In this article from the Natural Resources Defense Council, like many of the articles that came in last week and even the week before, talking about air quality, and this one, gas appliances pollute indoor air and outdoor air. Well, there's a study, new research on gas-fueled home appliances and their effect on air quality offers possibly the strongest case yet for moving from gas to clean electricity in buildings. They're talking about a $3.5 billion annual health benefit from cleaner air. We have clean air that we're experiencing right now. This week, we should take a look at how we can maintain that. While the study focused on California, indoor and outdoor air pollution from gas appliances can be expected everywhere. So read more, the Natural Resources Defense Council. Unvented gas appliances pollute inside, even vented ones when they do not vent properly. And this from EcoWatch, facing a health crisis, cities implore courts to limit pollution. It's kind of tough. You know, a mayor can't shut down a power plant that lies outside their jurisdiction, even if that power plant is sending in pollution over their own city. Just state to state, this is an issue. Read more of EcoWatch. And from phys.org, less air pollution means thousands fewer die. Well, air pollution shortens lives worldwide. And the World Health Organization calculates 4.2 million deaths, but they've underestimated the impact on cardiovascular disease. Recent research has shown that could be up to 8.8 million premature deaths annually. Well, we're taking a close look at pollution. We're taking a close look at COVID-19. We're taking a look at the impact of our vulnerable populations and what's causing our populations to be vulnerable. And as spring comes to the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere prepares for colder weather. And now there's warnings, alerts. Home gas heating can have lethal consequences, doctors warn from the Raj News. As winter temperatures set in and the Victorians reach for the heating dial, doctors have warned that home gas appliances can cause health problems, including carbon monoxide poisoning. Well, again, from the National Tribune out of Australia, Carbon Monoxide Awareness Week, stay safe from the silent killer. Faulty, poorly maintained, or misused gas heaters can leak carbon monoxide. That's true. And it's a good article. I'm going to ask, if you read that article, look and see if they mentioned carbon monoxide alarms. You know, over the years, I've been trying to figure out how I can help educate young children about carbon monoxide and carbon monoxide poisoning. It's tough enough talking to adults that really don't want to pay attention to it. They haven't measured for it. People in the workplace don't measure for it. But out of the UK, Bath Echo reports a new cuddly superhero bear set up to help children learn about gas safety. And take a look at the Safety Seymour program. That looks like a good program reported out of the Bath Echo. Many workplaces operate propane-fueled forklifts and tow motors for inventory movements and other uses inside their buildings. Workers, supervisors, owners, and visitors are not safe from CO in these buildings unless there's CO monitoring occurring. The combustion gas exhausts from these systems have poisoned and still poison many people. Well, this story from our archives from WKOW out of Palmyra, officials, propane-powered forklift causes carbon monoxide sickness. Well, in this particular case, there was a medical call. Someone was sick. A carbon monoxide monitor that was attached to an EMS medical bag went off once they arrived, alerting them there was carbon monoxide in the building. About 50 employees were evacuated to a safe environment. 2 workers were taken to area hospitals with what was believed to be exposure to the carbon monoxide gas. Now, I've been in many buildings, all types, with my personal CO monitor always with me, whether it be an HVAC supply house, an electrical supply house for electricians, whether it be a big box store early in the morning, late at night, whether it be a grocery store, carbon monoxide is present. There are no or very limited carbon monoxide measurements occurring in our workplace. And it takes a medical call where people are sick or someone goes down. It's that serious. So for prevention, it would be very, very easy to save time in the workplace, slowdowns, costs, healthcare costs, by simply measuring carbon monoxide and then remediating the cause for carbon monoxide being there to begin with. That's the Carbon Monoxide News Weekly Recap for April 27th through May 3rd, 2020. I'm Bob Dwyer with the Carbon Monoxide Safety Association. You can check out news stories every day, www.cosafety.blogspot.com. There's archived for over 10 years of news stories. Now, not all the news stories may be active when you hit the link, but if you search that news story often, and most of the time, you'll find that story still active in some other way. Preventing carbon monoxide poisoning in a community, it's easy for me to get passionate about trying to emphasize the importance of measurement at home, on the workplace, everywhere you go. Carbon monoxide safety. It's your business. I say it's everybody's business, but it's your business. Safety through awareness and measurement. Carbon monoxide safety. Thank you.